Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. We continue to meet candidates running for office, and here in Dubois County, there's a lot of county offices that are up for grabs. One of those is Dubois County Commissioner for District 1, and joining us in the studio is Chad Blessinger. Chad is running for the office of Dubois County Commissioner, District 1. But one thing I do want to point out, everybody votes for Dubois County Commissioner. You just represent District 1, correct?
That's correct. The way it works is there's 3 districts. So the candidate has to live in one of those 3 districts, but everybody does vote for all 3 of the commissioners depending on the year.
Okay, now tell us about yourself, Chad. Who are you?
Okay.
So tell us about Chad Blessinger.
Okay, so I was born in Dubois County. I went to Jasper High School. My parents were Greg and Linda Blessinger. They have both passed now, but I still have one brother, Craig Blessinger. He's a sergeant with the Vandenberg County Sheriff's Department. And I have a wife, Lynn, and a son, Dylan, who just started kindergarten this year. So that's exciting. And he's doing soccer. So I'm a soccer dad now. The other things about myself, I graduated from IU. I served for a year in AmeriCorps NCCC, where I did a year of national service. And after I graduated college, I taught in an inner city school in Evansville for about a year, and came back and started a small business in Dubois County for several years. And I had always wanted to be involved in public service, so whenever the time became right, I got involved locally and I ran for Dubois County Treasurer, which is how most people know me, and that's what I've been for the last 8 years. My term ends at the end of this year. So people know me as the guy who sends the envelopes out with the nice surprise in it every year. Other than that, I'm involved in the Jasper Lions Club, the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council. I officiate. I'm an IHSA official, so I referee games from usually 3rd graders up through high school. And yeah, I just generally keep myself pretty busy. I love Dubois County, and that's why I want to serve as Dubois County Commissioner.
Okay, you are the treasurer, but your term ends because that's a term limit. So you decided to run for commissioner. Why did you decide to run for commissioner?
Over the last year or 2 years, there's been a lot of contention, you may say. There was an employee survey, and it found that many of the employees are dissatisfied with the current leaderships. Some things that they see that aren't fair, they thought, or different employees are being treated differently. So I thought that was definitely something that could be worked on. I also believe that our spending is a big issue. Anybody that pays attention to local media knows that we've had 5 years of budget shortfalls, and that's just not a way that people in Dubois County live. If we don't have the money, we shouldn't be spending it. And that's something that we can definitely improve upon. We have to prioritize our spending. We have to decide what things are the most important to people in our community and only spend on those things. We can't drive a Cadillac when we should be driving a Chevy. We just have to plan for our future. We have to prioritize our spending, and always keep the taxpayers in mind. We can't do business as usual and just continue to spend on every issue.
And the thing is, for folks that don't know, the council kind of budgets it, but it's the commissioners that spend it.
Well,
is that right?
One part, the commissioners have a very large budget themselves, but most of the spending does go through the commissioners. They have to approve all of the budgets. But something that the commissioners do is we're in charge of maintaining our county roads, maintaining our county facilities, all of the things that the county owns, we're in charge of. So that would be things such as the jail, the corrections center, the highway department, the building that the health department is in, the courthouse, the annex, all of those things. Those are expenses, and those are assets of the county that the commissioners are in charge of. So we can help guide the spending on those, and we work hand in hand with the council to make sure that they know what the commissioners want, and we can work on a plan together for the future of Dubois County. Currently, one thing that I am disappointed with the county on, and something that I think I can improve upon if I am elected, will be to put together some kind of a plan, a roadmap. It doesn't have to be a $50,000 plan that we get some outside consultant to come in and do for us, but it can be something where we can say, we know that in so many years we're going to need to add on to the jail. Let's plan for that today. In the future, we may need to move the health department, or we're going to have to give better facilities for the courts. Those are things that we don't currently have long-term plans on, and I think that's something that we can definitely do. And if you have a roadmap and you know where you're going, you can plan on that spending today and not get yourself upside down.
So I guess really kind of looking into the future, you know, at some point the jail may not be big enough or may need to be expanded. You mentioned the health department, but I'm sure there's some other things. There's county roads that have to be, bridges somewhere along the line needed work.
Sure, I know that there's a lot of people that live in some of the roads in the county that they're still rock roads, and I think everybody eventually would like to have all those roads paved. Or there's some roads that have been neglected. Overall though, the highway department, Steve Berg and the gentlemen out there are doing a pretty good job. You can definitely tell when you leave Dubois County on a back road and you go into a neighboring county, you can pretty much tell without there having to be a sign. So the job we're doing is pretty good, but there's still areas that can be improved, and there's some underserved citizens in Dubois County, and that's one of the areas that's, you know, over $1 million of money that's budgeted out for that every year.
What is the strength that Chad Blessinger brings to would bring to the office of Commissioner?
Okay, I appreciate that question. Something that is a strength for me is I've been inside of the machine, so to speak, for the last 8 years. I've seen how the other offices work, the recorder's office, assessor, auditor, and I know the other employees. I know the issues that the employees feel because I am an employee. I see how the things that are in our handbook, which is developed and approved by the commissioners, how that affects people's lives, how the insurance that we have or the benefits affect people's lives, how the pay, you know, what that does to people, and how some people don't feel like the pay is fair, and that there needs to be some different things with how that is done. So one main thing is I know how it operates currently. As the treasurer, I've seen all the citizens come in and pay. Everybody pays property tax, either directly or indirectly, and I've talked to a huge majority of the county as they come in for those things. And I know that every time we take $1 in from somebody, that's $1 that they're not getting to spend on their own family, that they're not going to get to do on their landscaping or on a vacation or on their own thing. So I take that very seriously, that I've looked into people's eyes, I've seen their faces, and I know that when we take $1 from somebody, that's taking their freedom. And that's a big responsibility for our local government. And we need to remember that every one of those dollar bills has a face and a story attached to it. So that's one big thing that I can bring. And also that I'm passionate about it. I don't want to judge the passion of other people that are doing it currently or running for the office, but I know that I have a love for our community and I have a passion for doing this, and I think that's important. You don't want to be a leader in the community and be stale and just punching the clock.
Right, well, now I'm going to let you talk right to the voters and make your plea for voting for Chad Blessinger for Dubois County Commissioner.
Okay, thank you. Early voting starts really soon. It's a complicated process. But the easiest thing to do for people if they want to vote early would be at the courthouse from 8 to 4, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Wednesday till 6 o'clock. So there's that opportunity, and then the clerk is also opening up satellite voting around the county. So I encourage people to come out and vote. It's an important year. All years are important, but I can't recall a time in the past where we've had this much concern for how things are being run in the county level. People are disappointed. They think we can do better. And I think I can do better for our community. I just encourage you to come out and vote, and if you have any questions for me, you can find me on Facebook or you can find me at the courthouse, and I'd love to talk to you. Thank you for your time.
Chad, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill.
Our guest has been Chad Blessinger. He is running for District 1, Dubois County Commissioner, but just because it's District 1 doesn't mean everybody votes. Everybody in Dubois County will have the opportunity to vote for Dubois County Commissioner. Thank you very much, Chad, for coming in. Thank you for watching WJTS-Inform. Make sure you vote. We are local people watching local people.